Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer comes from 21st Amendment Brewing. These guys are out of California. Guys, I reviewed this beer a long time ago. And when I first started doing beer, it was probably 6 years ago. And I thought it was very damn tasty at the time. Haven't drank a whole lot of their beers lately. And I seen this, they had this at our local grocery store, and I said, man, I ain't had that in a long time. Pick it up and re-review it here. So we picked up a whole 6-pack of it because I remember it being very damn tasty. And plus it's a 7%er. As far as IBUs go on this beer, Untapped has it at 70. And it's an IPA. It's got the guys from Mount Rushmore on the front of the can here, so very American, if you will. Got all the president's heads and stuff on there. So I said, different can than the one I had when I first did it and first had it. So they've changed the graphics up on the can now. And on the bottom of it, it says to read it. Said Cold Spring, Minnesota, and it says COK 101330. So I don't know what that code is supposed to mean here, guys. I thought they were dating their stuff, so I don't know. I don't know what that code is supposed to mean. I didn't research it any, guys. So hopefully it's fresh. That may cost them a grade point. So let's see what this brings to the table. Still just as good as I thought it was a long time ago. My palate has changed considerably since I did this the first time. So I'd be very damn surprised if it blows me away like it did 6 years ago or so. So let's get on with it. Says here, commercial description: brew with serious West Coast attitude. This aromatic golden IPA starts with a sucker punch of 6 different hops to the nose, quickly balanced by a solid malt backbone, starts big and finishes clean. Color deep gold, malts 2-row pale, imported Munich and light crystal. Bittering hops are Columbus, finishing hops are Cascade and Centennial, and the yeast is the top fermenting ale yeast. Well, that's most IPAs are a top fermenting yeast. Most of your, I don't say most, I'd say 99.9% of them are top fermenting yeast. Your lagers are bottom fermenting yeast. So that's it. That's all we need to talk about. So let's get it on. Let's get this thing opened up. Get it into the glass, and while I am pouring, I will tell you the cuisine is curried in Italian. Cheeses of pepper, Monterey, pepper jack, sharp blue cheddar, your stronger cheeses, Gorgonzola Limburger, meat, poultry, fish, shellfish, and salmon. I'll add grilled meat to that. Glassware, a pint, Bacaronic, tumbler mug, side Dell. Got my favorite tulip glass today, guys. And not recommended for extended cellaring. That's why we need a date on the bottom of it. Something legible, month, day, and a year. So, they didn't do it. So, probably the last 6-pack I'll buy for maybe another 6 years until they figure out that's what we want. About a finger of head on that pour, nice amber color, very clear. Looks like a filtered beer to me, guys. To the nose we go. Nice citrusy punch on the hops. Getting hints of pine, maybe some mango, hints of oranges, and a little bit of pine. It's got a nice hop presence. I don't know if I would jump on the boat or the bandwagon and say big West Coast style. I've had West Coast beers that are a little more hop pungent than this. So, like I said, I seen it on the shelf. First time I'd seen it in a long time. So I said, what the yay? Let's go ahead and pick it up and see what we got. And I'll do a review of it, and I'll just drink the other 5. Or if it's not very good, I'll give them to the other half. She'll drink them. So, smells decent. I'm not blowing my hair back. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Pine, mango, oranges, maybe some orange zest or some lemon zest in there. Those have a decent hop bittering at 70 IBUs. Guys, there was a time this would have blown my hair back. When I first started doing beer reviews, this would have been a 10 beer, not so much now. Decent beer. Got out of the fridge. We'll let it warm up, let her taste it. Probably even go ahead and give her a whole can of it, let her enjoy some of it. And we'll come back and see where it ends up. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. This beer is not quite as balanced as I think it should be. It's got a very strong bitterness on the back end. It's an IPA, but it doesn't have enough sweetness to balance out the bitternesses that I'm getting on this beer. And to call it a big West Coast style, there are some slight hints of that, but it is nowhere near in the top 10 list for a West Coast style IPA. And then on top of that, there is no date on the bottom of it that I can decipher. So, like I said, maybe another 6 years before I pick this beer up again. Maybe sooner if they figure out we need a date code on it. Yeah, that's the ticket. Yeah, final joke. Guys, if it had a date code on the bottom of it, I'd give it a B+. Since it does not, it gets to B for me, 85. Over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate says 3.86, which is in their B+ range. I would go there if I could figure out how old the beer is. Pretty sure it's a 2017 edition, but I don't know when. Over to Untapped. They have it at 3.78, which is 3 notches above into their B+ category. Like I said, I would agree with that if it had a legible date code on it. So it does not. It gets to B for me. So with that being said, it did not impress me as much as it did the first time that I reviewed it, guys. And I was kind of feared of that. My palate has changed substantially since then. There are much better IPAs made nowadays than there was 7, 8 years ago. And this one fits into that category. It's probably the same recipe, the same formula, but with all the juice bombs and all the the New England style beers that are coming out, plus some of the unfiltered West Coast style beers that are coming out, there are tastier IPAs out than this. So, decent beer. Probably not something I'm going to pick up again anytime soon unless they decide to change the date code on where I know how fresh it is. I don't know if this was done in January, March, May, August. I don't have any idea, guys. So I may be drinking an old beer. I don't have any idea. So maybe it's better fresh, but how are we to tell if there's no decipherable code on it? And there may have been a code on the paper carton that the package is in, but that was thrown away, and I didn't look or didn't think to look. I figured it would be on the can too if it was on there, and it's not. So That's where I'm going to leave this one. If you've had the recent version of the Brew Free or Die IPA, let me know what you think, guys. It was okay. It was okay. Like I said, did blow my hair back on my socks off this time. And that's going to wrap it up on this one. If you had it, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.